to Cash Culture. I'm your guy, Kai Speaks, and we here rocked off with the first episode. Who's not laughing at? Who's not laughing at? I was saying something funny. I just go there and say, niggas smile.
I was just thinking about that nigga Dre said, yeah, man, the first episode was great. Like, what?
I didn't record shit yet.
What?
12 seconds in. First episode.
Man.
I said, how y'all feeling?
How you feeling about the first episode? Yeah, it was pretty good.
I thought we was picking up after the pilot. I'm thinking we already recorded the pilot.
This the pilot.
No, this is the first episode.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
But for context, right? Because now they joining in. They see the first episode. We done recorded like 2 pilots before this, so that's why niggas is confused. But back to the question. So we gonna kick this thing off and have a conversation, right? Where we got the red pill, blue pill situation. On one hand, the red pill is you choosing $500,000 cash, no restrictions on what you can do with it. Then on the other hand, that blue pill, you got 2 million followers on any preferred social media account of your choosing. Which one y'all picking? We're going to start with you, Tim, because you look perplexed.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna have to use that 500,000. And the reason why I say 500,000, because I get it, you know what I'm saying? You know, I know they're gonna have like their different reasons, but like with 500,000, that's like a guarantee of a level up, in my opinion. Like literally 500,000 is a concrete asset versus what I could use it for. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like 2 million followers, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's well placed. And I think with the right business, you can fortify, you know, extending your business. You get what I'm saying? But 500,000, there's nothing more concrete than actually getting already to the bag. You know, that's half a ticket right there, and I can do much more with half a ticket to get where I need to be.
Now let me ask you this, right? Where are the 2 million followers coming from?
I mean, that's a great question. Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like that's so for me personally, that's why I can go 500,000. I don't know with the 2 million followers, you know, does it really convert? You know, one of the biggest things, and that's why marketing geniuses get paid so much. Their entire job is conversion. You know, 2 million followers doesn't guarantee money until you have a guaranteed conversion rate. You know what I'm saying? So if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily have that figured out, it's a green light to go into the finances up front. You know what I'm saying? It just make more sense. You can figure out the rest later. At that point, 500,000, I can dedicate to that. And I can dedicate anywhere between 25 to 100,000 into figuring out that conversion rate.
But even still, though, don't you think like you can
have
have
passionate about that shit.
I think about this. I dedicate.
Don't you think even still with that $500 you can take a lot of L's? Because I see a lot of people nowadays, you know, they invest their money because they think they got money. They invest and they lose it because they don't got an education behind it.
Absolutely.
So what makes you different from just having all this money? You think you're gonna flip it?
I think you said something beautiful. You said education. So my thing is to really even extend out the knowledge that you can have or the monetary gain that you can have with 2 million followers. It still comes with a certain kind of education. So I know with my role, I'm much more educated financially than I am with conversion rates through social media. You know what I'm saying? So I know what I can do with the 500,000 right now versus what I could accomplish with the 2 million followers. Why? I ain't never had 2 million followers. You know what I'm saying?
So you know what you could accomplish with the 500,000, and you would still choose 2 million followers?
Well,
No, you chose 500,000.
I feel like I thought. I don't know why. I thought this whole time you were saying the 2 million followers, and I'm thinking like, the fuck this guy do with choosing 500,000?
I got you.
I'm gonna be honest though. I'm taking the 2 million followers in present day because the way I look at it, if you was to give me 500,000, the money gonna start doing this immediately. I'm gonna start trying to invest. I'm gonna start trying to flip it. So the 500,000 gonna shrink quickly. With 2 million followers, if you start me off with 2 million followers, the money gonna do this. I'm gonna figure something out. I can go sell anything at that point. And I know I'm guilty of this. Even when I'm looking at like a mentor or a coach, I immediately go say, how many followers he got? Whoever got the most followers, that's gonna get my money.
That's true.
Like that shit automatically gives you some type of like, I don't want to call it clout, but it gives you some type of
It's social media
presence. It gives you an edge over your competition. So at that point, I mean, you can sell anything. 2 million followers, they gonna think you're doing something. But I mean, the 500,000 I do see it still as a good opportunity, but I definitely want to take it.
Let me ask you this. So,
And 2 million guaranteed followers, like organic followers, real
Right.
people.
But I feel like
Yeah.
you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, but you can say the wrong thing to the wrong person. You can never say the right thing to the wrong person. So when it comes to that 2 million followers, that's why I asked Tim, like, where is it coming from? Because it's like, if they some bullshit followers, or they just, if their insights and what they interested have nothing to do with what you offer and what you interested in, it's like talking to a brick wall. You're gonna be selling nothing because they not reciprocating, because they just a number. They just followers, but they're not real followers. They're not true fans.
But that's what I'm saying. If
Real
it's
followers.
true real followers,
Verify my account, 2 million followers.
yeah.
I'm taking that.
I mean, that's a different story. Like, can you get that instantly though? Like, if somebody say, I'll give you 2 million followers and a check, I'm still just looking at it like, yesterday these people did not know who the fuck I was.
that's true.
I got a bonus mindset. So, like, how I look at it for real, like, bro, you gotta think about it, taking it in perspective, right? I got 4,000 followers on Instagram. I was able to make a 6-figure business off 4,000 followers. And mind me, I fix credit. You know what I'm saying? I help people get funded the whole 9 yards. You give me 2 million followers that people have literally, I have built my brand. I got 2 million followers. Man, you know how much money I will make just because, you know, the amount of people who follow me? I look at it as if I go make 6-figure plus with 4,000 followers, imagine what I can do with 2 million followers.
That's real.
Especially if these are people who I built that audience. They love me, they know me, they trust me, because that's how people buy. You know what I'm saying? They don't buy off of just because you got 2 million followers. It's really that audience. If I built that audience and it's at 2 million, then I'm like, okay, cool, give me that 2 million any day of the week.
So let me ask you this. Are you saying you can't do the same thing? Because I hear what you're saying. Like, leverage it and turn it into a business account. Can you not do the same thing with that 2 million as you can with 500,000?
The thing about the 500,000 is which I go back to, right? So, like I was telling Tim, like, if it's an educational type of situation where I have education to where I know I can go flip that 500,000 and put it in different assets and make it grow. But if I'm just coming in and I really don't know anything about business and different things, of course I would take 500,000, because I mean at that point, you know, I don't have no knowledge to grow, but I have the knowledge to grow. You know, I'm not scared to go make my money. I don't want nobody just giving me anything. I
I
work
feel
for
like
it.
even with the knowledge, like, I don't think it's a knowledge thing. Because even with the knowledge, I feel like somebody with no knowledge, yeah, they would be better off with the 500,000 than taking 2 million followers. But even with the knowledge, I feel like you could still also make it better off with taking 500,000 over the 2 million followers too.
It's tough though.
That's tough. That's
You
tough.
gotta look at it.
It's-
I think
Once
that's
that 500,000 gone,
It's gone.
Them 2 million followers ain't going nowhere. Like, once you verify, you verify.
I think, and I really think between the two, each one would, to be precise and have precision, like with like financial gain, it's gonna require, you know, some kind of intellect behind each strategy. Nobody could just blindly, you know, assume 2 million followers, because somebody could fuck that up. They could lose 2 million followers just as quickly as it was there. Like, you just, let's say you just bought an account straight out and you had the 2 million followers, somebody could really fuck that up.
But also goes the piggyback. It's the same thing with the 500,000.
yeah.
Because how many times I done seen people go make these investments, $50,000, $70,000, $80,000, trucking
Don't work out.
industry, you know, real estate, and the whole play dead, and then next thing you know, that shit just, oh Lord, it's down the drain.
It's down the drain.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
will say this though. With 2 million followers, I realized we didn't attach a platform to it. So
That's
if
right.
I could extend it a little bit more, I would have 2 million followers on TikTok before I had 2 million on Instagram, or maybe even 2 million on Facebook
See,
before.
I can kind of agree with you on that, because
Yeah.
TikTok algorithm is like amazing.
It's
different.
amazing.
Yeah, so like,
It's ridiculous.
I can see what
I'm
you're
saying the
going on.
audience too. The audience is different.
That agreed.
Like, that's the ready to buy audience.
Yeah,
I feel like this might sound stupid, because it might sound stupid, but it might not. Y'all understand what I'm saying? YouTube is already one of the most accessible resources out, especially since it got bought from Google. Since then, it's been the gold mine for learning. But for some reason, TikTok seems like the more accessible resource. I learned so much more through TikTok.
Nah,
I would take it over YouTube now.
I don't know. I really ain't really think about the YouTube. 2 million on YouTube.
2 million subscribers.
Now, 2 million on
That's
YouTube.
what I was just about. I was about to.
That's a great.
I'll take
I
that
did
over
think
500,000.
Well, hold on. So this is the thing about YouTube though, and I'm gonna put people on because I don't think a lot of people who watching this even know this about YouTube. Like they use the subscribership as like a gate, like it's a gate code. But it don't necessarily mean just because you like that 1,000 subscribers don't mean you automatically getting paid. It's like a trick. Like they want that's the minimum you need, but at the end of the day, they still clocking your viewership. So if you pay for 2 million subscribers, it don't necessarily mean they all watching your shit and you getting the numbers to make those 15, 20K a month benefit. So that's why I wouldn't necessarily go with the 2 million on YouTube because they might not be watching that shit, and I just wouldn't waste it.
Let's make it.
And I ain't got no emails. I ain't got no way to go outbound to them. I can't DM them. I can't do none of that.
Let's put it in perspective. 2 million real followers. Like these are actually people that engage with you. Like not no account that we buying, no fake subscribers. A real 2 million.
If that's
followers.
the case, I'm going 2 million on YouTube.
Yeah, you give me 2 million on YouTube, bro. I'm seeing people like just in different niches, like the way that they grow their business off of YouTube. Rather, I done seen people have Hellcats and turn Hellcats into a situation where they making multi-millions off of a card. Like they are selling cards, raffles, different things like that. They getting real creative about how they can make money. Like I just seen a dude raffle a red eye.
They just made me change my option. I'll take the 500,000. As I think about it, if I'm gonna do the real 2 million, I gotta put in perspective. Somebody just come put 500,000 on the table right now. My mindset gonna change. Yeah,
It's gonna change, bro. If somebody brought 500,000 right now,
and just started on the table,
in a phone with all the info for the login for whatever the 2 million is, you gonna look at it, you're like, shit, I take it 500. I'm telling you, 500,000. I'll be real with you, 500,000. Say, what am I talking about? You'll find your 2 million followers.
He lost me at Hellcats because I'm going to get the Hellcats.
They want another very real thing that I don't think we thought of. Because this is what I'm thinking. That 500,000 can change my life
right now.
But both can, right? Especially if we're talking about they real engaged.
Yeah,
Are you ready for tomorrow? 2 million people having access to you at that level. Because that comes with a responsibility too.
I'm cool with that.
Ooh. I'm gonna be honest. Your DM gonna be
crazy. How the fuck you get? The first, you go. Half of the days is gonna be like, how the fuck you get
like
verified?
your team and system behind that 2 million. Like you really got to put hard work in. Like you got to have A players. Like when it comes to your back end, because if not, boy, your name is gonna get tarnished because you gonna have some bad customer service.
They give me 2 million followers. I might start rapping out nowhere.
So let me backtrack. So I know we talked about 500,000 to 2 million. I want to stay on there, but I know the big reason, I know we didn't tell the people this, but like the big reason we brought it up is because we was thinking about rich or famous. So when you put in that perspective, which I just said with access,
take an extra episode away from us.
When you sorry, it was here. But you said something crucial. You was like 2 million people got access to you. See, that's when I get me personally. That's when I start getting a little shaky because it's like
because that 500,000 can change what you're doing, but
it ain't gonna change how you see it.
It don't change how you gotta move.
Yeah, like 2 million followers. That's a lot of eyes on you, bro. So with me, it's like we everybody here making money. We are super low key, but to be famous as fuck, I feel like being super famous, you have to find new types of money. You know what I'm saying? Because some things that you might necessarily who you fuck with, some folks are like being brought into the light and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Internet money pretty easy, man.
Yeah.
I'll take the internet money.
Internet money easy, bro.
But that shit too easy.
But even with the internet money, it don't mean that you gotta like be in front of it. Like it's a lot of niggas making internet money that's still low key.
That's true.
That's true.
So
That's true.
you can still make internet money, and that's why I said what 500,000 can do because 500,000 using it intentionally, you can damn sure make a lot of passive internet money, and niggas don't even know you behind it.
That's true.
with that 500,000. But with that 2 million followers,
active followers
that have demands, that have expectations.
You gotta also understand when you get 2 million followers, bro, people are gonna follow everything you do.
Exactly.
So I can literally start anything I want to, and I can make money off of it. That's how you gotta understand the power of influence. When you influence people, bro, you can literally get them to do anything.
But that's what we're saying.
But
that comes with a responsibility too.
I'm gonna take that responsibility. That's what y'all got to understand. Because, bro, you gotta think about it, bro. If you can influence 2 million people and like literally get them to do anything, bro, I have watched people do clothing brands. Like it's all type of stuff. People just wear it. I'm gonna be honest. You'll see something, you'll be like, that's ugly. But the second that influencer wear it, ooh, that's hard.
That's a good point.
And I'm playing devil's advocate because they fighting. I would definitely.
Hey, excuse us, we watching the game.
Philly gang all day, man. Them birds is killing y'all. If you opposition, that's y'all. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. Like that 2 million, I would definitely go with the 2 million because I feel it. I feel what you're saying. Like that influence is just something about like what you see. The Rock started, goddamn Terramanu. You see, George, you got Casamigos, and these. Like, you can literally just say,
"Thank you, George. Thank you, George."
Shout out to the real Batman.
Oh yeah. But like, imagine, right? You got 2 million followers. You say, man, you know what? I want to start goddamn Black Mamba whiskey or some shit.
I just said Zay had
and the name is ass, right? That name ass.
That's creepy as hell.
Right? But they gonna buy it.
No, seriously, like that's the thing about influence, bro. Like that's why I say like the 500,000 is cool, but if you put a plan together, bro, you can really be rich.
Yeah, with 2 million followers. Well, I'm gonna ask y'all. I do want to dive into y'all mind because y'all did take the 500,000.
I'm saying the 2 million.
What would y'all do with it?
Yeah, well, tell me yours.
Like, what would you do with it when you got? That's the main question.
I'm happy you asked. Honestly, I think realistically, you got 500,000. If you're thinking about someone that see back into your business, off top, at least 100,000 should be going back into social media. If you're doing 500,000, that's where you at. It's supposed to be taking out of your business. I'm thinking 100,000 automatically going into.
Shit, I say 250.
Now, what I can say about that, right?
Yeah.
You can hire the right people.
You can hire
when you got that type of money. You can go hire the best person at each corporation and just be like,
bro,
you gonna do HR, you gonna do the X, Y, Z, and like you can really build a real business.
Because something that you said, bro, like, so even though we're trying to make it like the perfect round, you know, with 500,000, you know, you've been in a specific situation, or you had a 2 million, you already had the logistics. The idea still comes through. Things are still being said. Even with the 2 million followers, you still gotta have that 18. With the 500,000, 100,000 is gonna guarantee you an 18. You know what I'm saying? What 50 say? He said, I ain't go to Harvard, but everybody that worked for me did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So really, I can buy that. I can build it.
You can build that though.
I can build that.
But you gotta have knowledge to build that, or you gotta have the resources. If you got the resources, you can make somebody into an A player.
I'm saying 500,000.
But what the thing is now, because we're talking about hiring people, right? You take that 2 million. On the other hand, let's say you're taking that 2 million with your current situation. And that's what people listening. Like, if your current situation now to the point where you can hire people, like, then you ain't got no bread where you can hire no PR. You can't hire no people that can help you, like, scale that 2 million.
See, but then it goes back to how much influence you got, right? Because if people just fuck with you genuinely, it ain't always about money with people sometimes. Sometimes it may just be connections. Because I done got around people and be like, hey, look, I don't want nothing from you. I just want to learn. How many times you done did that, right?
That's true.
Sometimes everybody not coming around for money. Now, if that's the situation that you up against, that's a different situation.
Just know if you take that 2 million, though, you gotta trust in your leadership capabilities.
Yeah, most definitely. But you also got different things like Upwork, different things like that where you can hire in the Philippines, you know, start trying to find your A players. Now, most definitely, you going to have to groom them, right? They not going to come ready. But you got to just have people that's going to be ready and intentional when it comes to doing different things. They got to really pay attention. Because I ain't going to lie, I done hired VAs in the past. I'm going to be honest. Man, if you don't stay on...
It's a risk.
It's a risk, but if you stay on top of them and you got somebody that manages them, bro, you can take a headache off.
But I do like that risk, and to anybody listening, like, if you just haven't even touched into the realm of, like, getting a virtual assistant, you really should look into it, right? Because what Zay's saying, like, you can really just free up so much time and stress. And we found ourselves doing, like, Tim, we had this conversation all the time, right? Like, how many times have you found yourself, like, literally having to let go and, like, take certain responsibilities off your plate because you just want to do everything yourself?
Nah, bro, that's every week, I think.
Exactly.
I think we all have had that conversation, like, every single time, because that's how you end up even getting the VAs.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Nah, that's real. That's real, though.
Finish off your 500,000 until you said
yeah. Go on ahead. I got
it. You got 400,000 left. You next.
I already said
Are you gonna take the 2 million?
I said 2 million.
I think we should still answer what we'll do with
Oh no,
500,000.
I'm still stuck.
Give it insight in your mind.
So like 100,000. So literally, we was to break down 100,000. So realistically, the best marketing teams, bro, nobody's just out the gate spending over 20 grand with a marketing team. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, with that 100,000, bro, you got. Let's say if you did like 20,000, let's say it was 20,000. I got 20,000 that's going straight to finding a company to run my ass along. All right, 20,000 to. You put me up. You put me up. So 20,000 just to find a company. I'm talking about literally to find the top tier, the best company to run my ads, to run my marketing, to get my brand, get my business, to get my product in all the locations it need to be. You know what I'm saying? In my case, I got a clothing brand. So my thing is, I'm looking for those people whose niche is literally finding my clientele and then painting the clear picture to them. That's 20 grand right there already. You know what I'm saying? Ideally, I'm thinking about top tier companies, probably the same people that do shit for like Nike or something. Then after that, let's say I got the next 20. The next 20 will probably goes directly to like products and shit. You know what I'm saying? Put me back in the same position where now they can go to ad marketing. Me alone, I got my own multimedia company. Bro, that's literally 20 grand that I can invest with my own resources that I'm already fucking doing. This is still within 100 grand. That's only, what, 60 grand right there? Bro, the next 40 grand could literally deliberately be put back into Facebook, TikTok. My 2 million followers could go across multiple platforms. I could have 2 million followers on each damn platform. I got $400,000 left. Even if I had fucked up in one of those categories, with a plan, and especially if my main focus with the first 20 was finding some way to build my 18 for my assets, I got $400,000 left to still build towards the brand of the business.
I feel like I'd go bigger than that. And I like that you broke that down so goddamn specific, and you was within all of $100,000.
Just $100,000.
I'm saying I'm gonna make the numbers easier for me. If I had 500,000, because I like the direction of what you're doing, it's like I would probably spend $100,000 on developing like an A1 funnel. I'm willing to put
$100,000.
I'm willing to put $100,000 in the funnel.
Who the fuck building it? Google?
Yes.
Gonna have to be.
I'm willing to put $100,000 into the funnel
Google
and
AdWords.
another 100 into the ads.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like, if y'all really give me 500,000, I'm gonna spend the whole 500,000.
Yes.
I probably won't save none of it.
I'll probably put another 100 on a manager.
No.
I'll put a salary on 100.
So
Right now.
So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go put 100 in real estate.
Got to.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna.
But not in Atlanta. Shit.
We ain't got to be in
Yeah,
Atlanta. We can go to Ohio,
Build
North Carolina. We can go to the areas to where if I go buy a hole, go get me some Section 8 houses, I can go put all these houses on Section 8. Make sure I'm gonna get my money back. That's guaranteed cash flow. So these houses are bought out cash.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't owe nobody. So we're gonna go ahead and take that approach, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go dump 100 in the real estate. Now, I'm also gonna dump 100,000 into my education. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm getting around the people who I want to be like, right? So I'm gonna make sure
that mentorship.
Gotta get that mentorship.
How would you? Y'all forgive me because I think that's a good one. I think for the people that can hear this, so like what you just said, I feel like you should play some sound effect because that's a deal. That's like so. That's how far. So you said $100,000 to your education, which was a profound way to say that. Please describe what you deem as your education when you say want to be around these people. Like, why is that an investment, and how is that an investment?
Because the thing is, when you start getting mentors and you getting around the right people, this is people who make $1 million a year and that you want to be like, right? So if you making sure that you invest in somebody, because you can't go around somebody and say, I want to learn how to make $1 million, but don't want to give them no money. You know they coach me, right? So if I'm investing in you, I'm telling you basically that I am valuable in some type of way, right? So either rather if you coach me, like when you coaching me and I become that A-player student, guess what's gonna happen, right? You gonna start looking at me like, oh, this is one of my top students. And now all of a sudden, every time your students come up, you're gonna be one of the first people that comes to mind, right? And I have that with some of my credit mentors. When it comes to, business, if they launch something, first person that comes to mind might be me. You know what I'm saying? Because I am a top student of them, right? So I'm gonna make sure, like, I'm gonna be honest, me personally, one person I might invest in Grant Cardone. I would want more of like a little one-on-one because he do have the big multi-family type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, this little thing that he got going on right now, the way he had dropped that little workshop.
Yeah.
I'm talking about he got the big fish mentors like on board. Like, he's a marketing genius. Like, let's exclude the real estate. He's a marketing genius when it comes to getting his face in front of thousands and thousands of people. I ain't never seen it before. Like, he had him 500, Neo. Like, it was like a lot of people that he had.
I was just about to say,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm clicking on it. I'm clicking on their live and I see Grant Cardone up there talking about 10X workshop. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, this is genius.
That's fine. You're right.
So, like, when you start doing stuff like that and investing in the right people, you're going to start rubbing elbows eventually. You're going to be like, oh, yeah.
You still got 300,000.
I got 300,000.
You still got bad way. That's a great way.
My other 100,000, I'm putting back into like my credit business, right?
Yeah.
So, and more with credit, it's not because credit is low expenses, right? So you really don't have to put a lot of money in to be profitable. But what I would try to do is my personal brand. My personal brand is everything because when you start talking about fixing people credit, your personal brand is gonna be everything because if you got, X, Y, and Z, that's what people are looking to obtain at the end of the day. So you put it back into your personal brand. So rather I went and want to do coaching, help people start 6-figure credit repair business, or rather is, putting back into the marketing aspect of probably getting billboards, finding different ways to run ads, the whole 9 yards. It's like,
yeah,
you got. I don't even think I would do 100,000. I probably do 50,000.
Shit, no. Speaking of ads though, because you just reminded me something. Ads. You got that Super Bowl about to come up. Y'all buying a slot for that Super Bowl?
See, I don't think I
should.
I'm gonna be
That's what I'm saying.
See,
that'll be genius.
Me personally, I wouldn't do it because I don't have a product to sell. If you get what I'm saying, like a product for
right. It works. So you're saying ads for the Super Bowl is more product based than service based?
Yes. Like if I had a product that was like I can put out there and I know like people can go get it right away, that's a different stuff. Like we got products, but it's just a different thing. Like
I would be on a commercial like a motherfucker.
See, you got the
what I'm trying to say, bro.
Yeah.
I would talk to Kanye. Like, man, look.
So you gonna restructure on what you doing with your other 400,000?
Let me handle this shit. Let me tell you something.
That's a good foreshadow thought.
It's a great foreshadow thought. Let me tell you something. I love his breakdown of life because when me just think about the 500,000, I was solely thinking about what I'll be doing with that one business alone and the opportunity it presents. When we think about it with the 500 versus 2 million, I'm solely thinking about how will my business be more profitable in these aspects. And something I didn't even factor in was also the fact that, what you have in the credit repair business, your upfronts is nowhere near what my upfronts is for my business. But even then, that really, you accidentally solidified why I would do the 500,000. Because boy, he is right. The real estate, the education, those are phenomenal assets that'll also help because the cross branding of those social influencers. The thing about it is like, brother, the brains right now are bronze to me, and I don't know how to make that make more sense. But like people with the highest clout now are the smartest individuals. Majority of the time, the smartest and the richest people are behind the scenes. They'll really be up front now. You know what I'm saying? Like up front. So now when I look at it like that, if I'm rubbing shoulders with these people because I've invested into my education, if I'm seeing it with these same people, I also gain that following. You know what I'm saying? Come associated with that. So it's just like, bro, with the 500,000, unfortunately, you gave me a phenomenal addition to my plan on why the 2M would be so easy.
See, I probably would. I also would probably get into transportation too.
Some type of transportation.
I got to have transportation.
I definitely would.
And I probably put 100 over there. I probably put 100 over there.
Transportation.
See, but then I have to start leveraging my credit and my business credit at that point. Because I would want to at least get 2 trucks. Put a little 50 down. But see,
why not invest into the stock of transportation?
See, the thing about them stocks, me personally, I'm not versatile in that, and I'm gonna be completely honest. See, like I done did my education when it comes to the transportation. And I had mentors. I done learned the whole game. I feel confident if I was to just want to just have something where I got money to dump into stuff. I know, hey, look, we probably go get this truck on the road. We might make $7,500 gross, $10,000 gross a week. You know what I'm saying? So I feel comfortable with that. When it comes to talking about them stocks, man,
I'm saying like a stock of a truck, like a UPS or a trucking company.
Me personally though, when it comes to like those companies, like I'd rather gamble on myself.
I feel like both. I feel like they both right. And I know me collectively, we did some great research when it came to stocks. With that kind of capital to your disposal, it's different. We're talking about an additional 500,000, right, versus your initial. With that kind of money at your disposal, I'm really looking at hedge funds. I don't think I would step away from stocks. I would definitely tap into hedge funds.
I think all y'all had a great way to spend y'all 500,000.
What would you do?
Now Zay was on the right track.
Zay was on a great track.
I'll be honest.
I didn't get a finish.
I'm sorry. Literally, was Zay on track?
But my whole 500,000 is going to real estate.
Ooh, the whole
The whole thing is going to real estate.
I'm not opposed to that.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
I'm not opposed to it either, but
I'm getting conventional loans on every house that I buy. Meaning I'm either gonna put 20% down and don't let me come across a couple FHA loans. So I gotta put 3% down. I'm going to Birmingham for sure.
For sure.
I'm going to Birmingham.
Hey,
I'm gonna put y'all on game. Birmingham is next. I'm going to Birmingham probably about 30 houses. I'm gonna turn that 500,000 into a $5 million portfolio in real estate.
For sure.
In probably 30 days. Like I'm buying back to back.
30 days?
But see, I am definitely with him on that. And that's when I go back to like I was telling Q, like I probably go up to Ohio and load up. You know what I'm saying? They got houses for $60,000, $70,000.
So are we stepping away? If y'all didn't know, hey, just to give y'all a little background, these fellows was in real estate heavy. Are we stepping away from like Pennsylvania, from Philly?
No, I'm not maybe stepping away. But I'm not prioritizing Philly over Birmingham.
But it's still like top 5 that you'll go get some properties from.
I would focus in the up north. Those areas is more so like when you ready to invest into Airbnbs. But when you invest into like you want to buy low, sell high type of deal, then you want to go to areas like Birmingham, Montgomery,
and Oldham.
Yeah, hold them.
I mean, and then at some point, you got all this property, you can pull the equity out whenever.
I'm trying to tell you.
Like, you can get your money back if you want liquid cash, but I'm just going to sit on that. I probably Section 8 all the time.
I'm Section 8 in every last one of them.
The whole thing. I'm going
to be honest. Me thinking because I got like about 150 that I still don't know. I probably would take that 150 and put it with that 100, put 250 over there.
Oh, for sure. Real estate got to be.
I would say the same.
Real estate?
Yeah, because I have about 300 I said was left.
Yeah.
I probably put another 250 into real estate and then that other 50
I ain't gonna be greedy with my phone.
You know how much cash flow that will be?
It'd be crazy. You'll be up.
I'm gonna be honest. One of my mentors, he do the Section 8 investing.
Yeah.
He told me, and this is one of the things I want to do this year. He said, put $50,000 into Section 8 houses. You'll get, 5 houses, I want to say? From those 5 houses in 14 months, you'll have made your $50,000 back. I say, man, hold on, man.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy. You're right.
In 14 months, that's a year in like 2 months.
Too long.
I ain't gonna be too modest with mine. I'm gonna put 400,000 in real estate. I'm gonna take 100,000 and show out. Man.
Bro, you beat me to it. I was about to wait till y'all got done. Because y'all niggas lying. Let me tell you. Listen to me, brother.
I know it.
20,000? Let me tell you, we get 500,000. Say 10, 20, you 10, 20, you having fun.
I'm having fun now. Just you got to live regular. You get the way you want.
Man, look, it's just like
you going to spend $100,000.
Thank you.
Live regular,
Look,
This is regular.
no. My brother right here said some fine
I'll
shit.
be honest. I'm gonna take 100,000.
Bro, now I don't know if I take 100.
I'll probably charter a whole trip to Vegas. We all go watch the fight in April. We gonna have a good time with 100,000.
That's 100,000 to you?
Shit, them tickets gonna be 4,000 apiece. I'm gonna take all of us. The whole thing.
How many friends we got?
About 15.
I'm be honest. As long as I got my ticket, I don't care how many friends you got.
Everybody in the room got their shit.
I'm good. What he spend is what he spend. This what I'm saying. This what I'm saying. He said something that's
Just know I would not do the same.
I would do that.
Because I'm be honest. I'm be honest. He taking 100,000.
That's crazy.
But
Yeah,
what I would say is the profits of my first month of all my investments, I'm taking all of it.
There's the credit card. I see.
And if it goes
No.
It goes up. You know what I'm doing, Q. I'm wholesaling. I'm wholesaling everything out of the ball. I'm back in the game.
You know what?
Hey, hold up. We're going to wrap it up. So final thoughts. We're going to go around table and get a final thoughts to the people on what they need to take out of this conversation. Start with you, Tim. We're going to start with you, bro.
Hey man, listen here. Somebody come up to you and they say, I got 2 million followers or $500,000. You better get that damn money.
Facts. Go, Draco.
One thing you guys can take is if you do take the money, understand what you're going to do with the money. Don't get it to blow it. If you're going to take the followers, have a plan behind the followers. Either way, it's a win-win.
Have a plan before you make a decision.
Have a plan.
Learn the power of influence. You learn the power of influence, you can go a long way. Like, it just depends on, like Dre was saying, if you get those 2 million followers and you got a plan, you could really do something with it. But I'm gonna be honest, if you ain't got no plan, me personally, take that damn money.
Yeah, take
that
Take that damn money.
You might get broke in a couple years, but maybe you gonna live it up. You gonna live it up.
I'll see you at the fight.
Take that money.
Hey.
Please take that money.
Nah, facts. Take the money and take it a step further. Like, just focus on, like, what's best for you. Like, if you feel like you're running yourself ragged, at least use that money to make your life a little bit easier, right? Hire a virtual assistant. Shit, go splurge a little bit, go on a little trip, get some free time away from the normal shit that you're doing. But most likely, you should have a plan before you make the decision. And we're going to leave it there. I want to see under the comments what y'all realistically going to vote for, right? Red pill or the blue pill. And while y'all comment, make sure that y'all go like and subscribe to the channel. We hit y'all with new content, new episodes weekly, new reels daily. So go follow that IG page too. And we out after that. Shit.
Let's do it.